The effects of failed or depressed rainfall in many parts of the country saw Kenya deal with one of the worst drought situations, with ASAL counties worst hit. The situation forced the pastoralist communities that mostly inhabit ASAL counties to trek for miles in search of water and pasture for their livestock. Some of the animals were so emaciated that they were left for the dead.
Angalia pandi na pandi kuna msoko kadhaa. Msonga ziko mingi ya mbuzi na ng'ombe, zingine zinakufia njiani wakati zinakuja kujaribu kutafuta maji.
Mfugo zinaisha kurudi kwao. Zile mbuzi ambazo zilitoka hapa asubuhi kwenda kutafuta malisho, kurudi ni saa 4 usiku. Na wakati ilitoka hapa pengine asubuhi zilikuwa 20. Hatujui kwamba 15 ndio itarudi ama ni 10 itarudi.
When you address the water, you are missing another component. You are missing pasture. You are missing veterinary services. So with lack of pasture, when animals are underfed, a lot of diseases creep in. And that's now what you are suffering from.
Those lucky had water brought to them through water trucking services. The drought situation affecting the livelihoods of thousands of families.
Mbaya mbovu. Hatujawahi kuona ukame kama hii Habaswein. Mimi niko karibu na miaka 52, sijawahi kuona ukame ile leo Habaswein iko naye, sijawahi kuona.
Ndio sisi maisha ya mbuzi na ng'ombe ndio tunachunga kabisa, lakini yetu ndio kidogo inadidimia. Ajili ya kwamba tunasema kwamba hizi wasikufe, lakini sisi wenyewe tuko tabani. Yuko mjamaa jana alitoka hapa saa 12, hata hatujui kama amefika, simu yake ni mteja na hatujapata habari yoyote mpaka sasa hivi.
You can see some mothers who have not cooked for 3 days. I saw a mother who had 4 children and they have not cooked for the last 5 days, starving. They're sleeping on their tummy. You cannot only take water as a meal.
In parts of Turkana County, pupils flocked schools not for education thirst, but because they were assured of a meal.
Nimekuwa routine kwa hii shule wakati wa kufungua. Watoto hawezi respond kama pengine chakula hakuna, kwa sababu most of them ku access chakula kwa maybe kwa boma ni ngumu, but once wakisikia chakula imeletwa kwa shule unapata wengi wao wanaingia.
The older ones were forced to either stay at home helping their parents or harvesting wild fruits.
Most of them come from families that hardly gets food. So back at home there's no food, and in school I don't have any food right now. So it becomes hard for them to come. So what they're doing, mostly I know some of them are in the bushes taking the wild berries.
On the 8th of September this year, following a meeting with leaders from the ASAL counties, President Uhuru Kenyatta declared the drought a national disaster. The president instructing the National Treasury and the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government to spearhead government efforts to assist affected households, including water and relief food distribution, as well as livestock uptake. So far, the government has adopted the more sustainable cash transfer program to help Kenyans deal with the effects of calamities such as drought.
The first cohort of 366 households identified for the emergency relief cash transfer program will each receive Kenya shillings 3,000, totaling to the payroll amount of 1.082, that is 1,082,088 shillings on a monthly basis until the rain situation improves.
The government is working to expand the livestock offtake program to help farmers reduce their losses occasioned by the drought.
But we had 450 million, which was given to Kenya Meat Commission. And to this is for them to offtake livestock, buy the livestock, process, and then later it can be used as a relief to distribute to the areas which are affected by the drought.
Serikali itanunua ng'ombe alafu wanachinja. Kisha baada kuchinja hiyo nyama inaenda wapi? Inarudi kwa jamii. Kuna wakulima kwa kweli wamepoteza ng'ombe wao. Lakini sio kwamba mradi haukuwepo, ni kwamba hawakutaka kupeana ng'ombe wao kwa wakati unaofaa.
Other long-term government interventions include ensuring adequate water supply through sinking boreholes in ASAL counties through initiatives such as the Kenya Development Response to Displacement Impacts Projects (KDOP). The project is funded by the World Bank that targets the 3 counties of Wajir, Garissa and Turkana.
It is the communities themselves that identify what they want. And then they prioritize, because we tell them this financial year we are having this small amount of money. What will be your priority? And they will tell you, our priority is solar. Our priority is a borehole, water pan. Then we put that priority and finance it.
Further, the National Water Harvesting and Storage Authority targets to increase water storage by 148.6 million cubic meters by the year 2026 through investment in adequate water harvesting and storage facilities.
This plan will enable us to save property and lives in the country by constructing about 70 kilometers of dikes in the country and constructing 125 small dams and ponds.
The Kenya Meteorological Department projects that the drought situation in the country is likely to persist.
Whatever we are going through now, we had given a projection in March this year. So we don't expect to have good conditions up to the end of March. We expect maybe we have rains at the end of the March, and does not mean that once it rains we are off the hook. So it will take us up. This drought situation may take us up to around April, May next year.
I want to assure Kenyans that they should not panic, because as government we're fully in control of the situation.
According to the recent report by the National Drought Management Authority for the month of December, the counties of Garissa, Isiolo, Kilifi, Lamu, Mandera, Turkana, Kwale and Tharaka Nithi are at an alarm phase of drought, with another 9 counties of Embu, Laikipia, Kajiado, Makueni, Meru, Narok, Nyeri, Samburu and Taita Taveta being in the alert drought phase. 2 counties including Baringo and West Pokot are in the normal drought phase.
There's what we call food chain. First of all, the vegetation has to be exhausted. So once the vegetation is exhausted, the animals will have to lack the food that they are able to consume. Now, it's when the livestock dies, it's when a human being will lack food. But you can see most of these communities, they still have animals. So nobody can allow himself to die when the animals are still alive. So I can confirm, and you can take it to whichever bank you think about, that we've not had any Kenyan who has lost life as a result of drought.
I want to assure Kenyans that they should not panic, because as government we're fully in control of the situation.
Nancy Okware, NDR Review.